I've been talking for hours. Perhaps we should call it a night and...
No, please. This is the only thing keeping my mind off Daniel in that horrible den. The lions are so quiet tonight. I shudder to think why.
Hold on. You think he might still be alive? How could you possibly still have that hope?
How could you not? After what you've seen? His God has done more miraculous things than this.
Those were tricks! They had to be.
Well, maybe Daniel still has one trick left up his sleeve. Or maybe his God truly is a living God who protects him. There is room for hope.
Hope is a dangerous thing.
So after Nebuchadnezzar came back from the wilderness, were things different?
Oh, yes. Very different indeed. But all things must come to an end, and for Nebuchadnezzar, the end was not far away. My king, your guests have arrived.
Huh? Oh, Iltani. Wonderful. Send them in. Gentlemen, I'm so glad you came.
Hey, you don't need to get up. Just rest.
I suppose Iltani told you I'm ill, so now you're going to coddle me like a baby. I won't have it.
Ill? Nonsense. You look strong as an ox.
I spent 7 years acting like an ox, and I'm not starting that again either. Come on in and make yourselves comfortable.
It's always a pleasure, my king. But I must admit, the invitation has made me curious.
Oh, Daniel, sometimes you think too much.
Oh? So you didn't call us here for a purpose?
Now, I didn't say that. My doctors tell me my better days are over.
Oh, don't talk like that, sire.
No, it's fine. I've lived enough for all of us. However, it is a profound moment when one realizes they are closer to the end than the beginning. You begin to wonder what the sum total of your life really is. Thank you, Iltani. You know, I've known Iltani since she was a mere child. She's been a wise and trustworthy friend her whole life, and I love her like I love my own daughters. And then there's you four.
This isn't about to get mushy, is it?
Oh, Shadrach, I can always count on you to make me laugh. You remember that time I had you guys thrown into a fiery furnace?
Yeah, we do. Pretty clearly, actually.
Yep, good times.
The most remarkable thing I've ever seen. Maybe the most remarkable thing that's ever happened. And we were there, a part of it. Unbelievable! So, I've decided to write it down. I want the world to hear these stories, starting with my 7 years in the wilderness. It wasn't until I accepted God's will that He gave me back control of my mind. I accepted God.
And that is the most remarkable thing of all.
Yes. And I have you four to thank for that. You showed me God's love with every moment of your lives. So now, as I face the end, my life finally has meaning. There is only one thing left to do. I must express my gratitude to the God who showed me grace. When I didn't know who He was, He still gave to me His love. And now I long to see His face, and I sing holy, holy, holy is our God. Holy, holy, holy speak, Lord. Lord, we love you, and Lord, we worship you. Reign in our lives, Lord. Hear our cries, Lord. Lord, we love you, and Lord, we worship you. In life and death you are, keeping our lives secure. Lord, we love you, and Lord, we worship you. We're forever grateful. You're forever faithful. It took most of my life to see that I'm not only a king, but a child of the God I praise. He has loved me all along. He showed me right where I was wrong. Now I look back and I'm amazed.
A few days later, King Nebuchadnezzar was dead. The next 3 kings of Babylon met untimely ends. 2 were murdered, and 1 came down with a mysterious illness. The 4th king you know well, because your armies toppled his empire.
Nabonidus.
Yes, the last king of Babylon. He never wanted to be king, so he left the city and named his son as regent. For 13 years, Belshazzar ruled in his place until the armies of Persia started marching south. Nabonidus returned to save his kingdom, but it was too late. Time had run out for Babylon.
King Nabonidus!
What are you doing here?
One of the gods lost an arm, so I gotta put her back on. It'll just take a second.
Well, I'm heading out with the army this afternoon, and I need some time with the gods.
Oh, yeah, I get it. Yeah, no problem. You go right ahead and pray. You're not gonna bother me.
I knew I'd find you in here.
I really don't need this right now. Belshazzar, go to your room.
I'm a grown man. Don't tell me what to do, Dad.
Leave me alone. I'm trying to pray.
What? To these gods? You kidnapped these gods from temples all over the empire. Now you expect them to protect you?
Oh, wow. Look how easy that broke, huh?
I did not kidnap the gods. I merely borrowed them. What good would they do in those other cities when the Persians are marching here?
Yeah, like the Persians can hurt us. We've got 3 outer walls and 2 inner walls. They're never getting in here.
You act so brave, but I hear it in your voice. You're as scared as I am about the prophecy.
Oh, here we go again. Prophecy schmophecy.
Stop making up words.
I can make up anything I want, because you're not the boss of me anymore, Dad.
Oh, hey, hang on to this for a second, would you?
Nebuchadnezzar certainly believed the prophecy.
Grandfather was a fool. The empire fell apart when he started believing in that Jewish God.
Now you listen to me.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Here, I'll take care of that. You get this one. Good. That'll work.
Now you listen to me. When I leave with the army, you'll be in charge again. Prepare this city for war, in case the prophecy is true.
I'll run the city however I want, Dad. That Jewish God doesn't scare me, and neither do the Persians. In fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm throwing a party! Let's see what the Jewish God thinks of that.
The empire may have been declining, but I was on top of the world. Every king that took the throne gave me more power until I was the most important official in the king's court.
What about Daniel? Where was he all this time?
Daniel simply faded away, pushed aside by greedy kings who had no interest in what he stood for. I did visit him from time to time. I just wanted him to see that, in the long run, his God had held him back as I moved ever forward. Surprise!
Hiltani, what are you doing here?
Well, no one has seen you for days, so I thought I'd drop by to make sure you're alive.
Well, that's very kind of you.
My goodness, when did you get so old?
Seems like just yesterday. The real question is, how have you remained so timeless?
Oh, you flatter me. Do you want to know my secret?
I do love secrets.
Many years ago, I switched to your diet. It's made all the difference in the world.
Oh, she's smart and full of surprises.
But enough about me and my timelessness. What exactly do you do in here day after day?
Oh, you wouldn't believe me even if I told you. Wrapped up in my own thoughts, I suppose.
Daniel, what is this? Are you having visions?
I appreciate you stopping by, but as you can see, I am very much alive,
What was
so...
all that about a ram and a goat?
I don't really want to talk about
What
this.
does all that mean, Daniel?
I don't know! Okay? I'm just as confused as you are. Probably more.
You wrote that you saw an angel of God. What did he tell you, Daniel? Please, I must know.
The ram's horns represent the Medes and the Persians. They're going to conquer Babylon.
Okay, but you've said that before.
Yes, and obviously the plan hasn't changed. Then a king will arise from Greece and conquer the world, but that won't last either. But in the end, somewhere in the future, a great and terrible ruler will arise. His power will spread like a disease, bringing with it a frightening time of trouble. But the angel said no one would understand all this until the time of the end. And that's all there was.
You need a psychiatric evaluation.
Good advice from the king's chief counselor. Congratulations on your promotion, by the way.
Thank you. You know, Belshazzar is hosting a feast later. Why don't you go? Get out of the house for a while.
I don't recall being invited.
I'm inviting you. Come with me. Be my guest.
Oh, I do love listening to our regent rant about delusions of grandeur. But I think I'll pass.
Fine. Stay in your musty old house.
Hiltani? Thanks for checking on me.
That night, the combined armies of the Medes and the Persians marched to our very gates. We were trapped. But the party went on as planned.
What do you think of this, Dad? Greatest party ever. No one's even thinking about the bloodthirsty army that's surrounding our city. Seriously, we're totally safe. Unless they figure out that one way in, which they won't.
Your Majesty, the royal chef is ready to present tonight's meal for your approval.
Great! I'm starving. Get him in here. Stop that. What have you got for me?
Okay, you said you wanted something that'll make this a night no one will ever forget. So I pulled out all the stops. I stepped outside the box. I totally shifted the paradigm. This food is gonna roll this party out. Blam!
Hey, careful!
There's nothing careful about these babies. It's garlicky fish paste on a cracker. Try one.
Are you crazy?
Crazy for fish paste? Hey, Let me ask you, do you like seasoned meats, hearty vegetables, and mounds of buttery potatoes?
Yes.
Boring, right? Not for this party. Blam! It's pureed lizard meat mixed with cabbage. Your guests aren't gonna forget that anytime soon.
Have we done a background check on this guy?
What? You don't like it?
I've put people to death for less than this.
But you haven't even seen my ostrich salad yet.
And I hope I never do. Get him out of here.
Wait. At least try the dessert. I made it special just for this occasion. It's delicious. I call it souffle surprise.
It's not bad.
It's made of fish paste. Surprise!
That's it! To the dungeon!
Your Majesty, I bring you very sad news.
Oh no. Everybody quiet down! Quiet down! Stop the music!
We received word today about your father. Our armies fought bravely, but King Nabonidus was forced to surrender to Persia.
Way to go, Dad!
Would you like me to send your guests away?
What? No way! We are not stopping this party!
But sir, they're scared about the prophecy.
Oh no. You did not just bring up that prophecy at my party. That prophecy is a lie! The Jewish God has no power here, and I'll prove it. Go to the storeroom and bring me the gold and silver cups from Solomon's temple in Jerusalem. My grandfather Nebuchadnezzar took them when he conquered that city. Now, would a living God allow his riches to be stolen from his own temple? Of course not. Go get them.
Sir, I don't believe in their God either, but do you really want to do this? Nebuchadnezzar
is no longer here. What's the matter with everybody? This is a party. Get the music going again. Come on, let's celebrate. Bender of epic proportions, a binge like never before. Something for the history lessons, extravagance galore. An unforgettable occasion, outrageous to excess. An homage to our greatness, a tribute to my success. Got Babylon fever and I'm alright. Babylon fever all through the night. There's nothing to fear, cause we're locked down tight. If you have Babylon fever, we're gonna party tonight. A wealth of indulgence, luxury with style. Let go of yourself every once in a while. An extraordinary place, your dreams can be true. A party for the ages, so long overdue. I've got Babylon fever and I'm alright. Babylon fever all through the night. There is nothing to fear, cause we're locked down tight. If you have Babylon fever, we're gonna party tonight. I am the life of the party, the awesome one. I am the king of coolness, the doctor of fun. I am the captain of wittiness, I beat the odds. I rule the world and I toast the gods. Babylon fever. Do you have Babylon fever? Babylon fever. If you have Babylon fever, we're gonna party tonight! All right. Listen, if the Jewish God was really alive, he'd stop me from drinking from one of his cups. Oh, now come on, that was an accident. Stop it. Cheers.
Do you feel that? I don't think we're alone.
What? Nonsense. Check the doors. It's just a draft.
And will someone please get me some light? Thank you, that's better. What was that? Did you see that? Did everybody see that? What was that?
It's burned into the actual bricks. How?
How? That's what you should be telling me. You're my chief counselor. You're the wisest of the wise. Tell me, what does this mean?
I don't know. I think it's some kind of writing. It's very strange.
Strange? You saw what just happened, and that's all you've got to say? Strange?
Majesty, I'm just as confused as you are. Give me a few days to do some research.
Days? Forget it. You're done. You're the wisest people in Babylon. If any of you know what this means, get up here now. Come on. Somebody, if you can tell me what this means, I'll make you rich and famous. I'll even make you third in command of the kingdom.
Get back! I'm next after Iltani. It's only fair. Okay, now, it's obviously some sort of message.
Great start, Captain Obvious.
All right, smart guy. What language is that?
That's not a language at all.
Then what is it?
It's obviously pictures of some sort. That one kind of looks like a cat.
Wait a minute. I own a cat.
It's not talking about you, Wade.
You don't know. It could be.
Why would it be talking about you? You're a nobody.
You don't have to be mean about it.
Why would a disembodied hand appear out of nowhere and draw cats on a wall?
I don't know. I mean, they're not all cats. That one sort of looks like a house.
I live in a house.
Still not about you, Wade.
I don't believe it. Those are definitely words, and I bet the fire has something to do with it.
Maybe we should taste it. It tastes like burning.
You're killing me with this nonsense! Can no one tell me what it means?
Iltani, what are you doing?
Figuring out where that hand came from.
You know as well as I do where it came from. That was the hand of God! The God of the Jews!
Wait, do you think he's upset about his cups?
Of course he's upset about his cups!
But you said...
I know what I said. Just figure it out!
But we can't. Your Majesty... We can't even read it, much less tell you what it means.
Oh.
Belshazzar!
Oh, great. Who told my mom?
Well, long live the king.
Oh, don't judge me, Mother. Look, a spirit hand wrote this message of doom on my wall.
Now, we don't know it's doom. It could be good.
If God has a message for me, it's not good.
Oh, stop whining. There is a man who can help. A man full of the spirit of the gods, well known in his day for spiritual wisdom. He was once head of the magicians because he could interpret dreams and solve mysteries. His name is Daniel.
Daniel? Like the guy that made the prophecy?
The very one.
But, Mom!
That's enough. Have Daniel called in. He'll tell you what all this means.
Fine. Go get Daniel. I have to know the truth. Will someone tell me, did I really just see that happen? This fearful omen indeed has my full attention. A strange hand appeared out of thin air. Am I the only one who saw it there? Or is this all in my imagination? I must understand this now. I do not care who or how. Call for every wise man in this town. The writing's on the wall, and I want answers.
Once again, I'm awed by a feat that needs explaining. I know what Daniel will do. He'll find answers where there are no clues. They'll bring him in, and he will make the meaning clear.
I'm afraid of what the words may be. Hurry up and bring this Daniel to me. Is this that Jewish prophecy? The writing's on the wall, and I want answers. So you are one of the men brought here from Judah. I've been told you have skills given by your God. Would you use those skills to read the words? Tell me what they mean, and I will make you a ruler and very, very wealthy. I'm afraid of what the words may be. Daniel, tell me, can you see? Why did this happen to me? The writing's on the wall, and I need answers.
I've heard you're full of the spirit of the gods. I asked the wise men to read that for me, but they can't, not a word. But I'm told you can interpret dreams and solve... If you interpret it, I'll make you rich. Purple robes, gold chains, and all that. I'll even make you third in command of the kingdom.
Keep your gifts. God gave Nebuchadnezzar a kingdom, and all nations trembled before him. But he got too full of himself, so he was stripped of all he had until he learned that the Most High God rules human kingdoms. You already know all this, and yet you're more arrogant than he ever was. You toast your blind, deaf, and lifeless gods, but you treat with contempt the living God who holds your entire life within his hands. God sent that hand and wrote on that wall. It says, Mene, Mene, Tekel Upharsin. Mene means that God has numbered the days of your kingdom, and those days are up. Tekel means your soul has been weighed on God's scales, and you've been found wanting. Perez, your kingdom will be divided and given to the Medes and the Persians.
The ram, the chest and arms of silver.
The empire is no more.
I know what you've said is true. I've known it in my heart for some time. Go, get one of my finest robes and a gold chain. I made a promise, and I intend to keep it.
Once again, Daniel was promoted to third in the empire, but I felt no jealousy. The moment he read the writing, it was as if blinders were pulled from my eyes. I knew Daniel's interpretation was true. Once again, God had done the impossible.
God?
Daniel's God. And it didn't take long to know how right he was. Babylon fell that very night.
Yes, I remember that night very well. We dug trenches along the Euphrates, directing the water into a nearby swamp instead of through the city. General Gobryas and his men literally walked into the heart of Babylon beneath all those mighty walls. The gates were open to me, and I strode peacefully into my new home.
It wasn't all peaceful, I can assure you that.
My king! My king, hide! The Persians are invading the city! They're already here!
No! No, I won't let them take it all from me!
Your Majesty, no! It's too late!
Well, how convenient to find you all in one room. Round them up! Only the important people! Let the women and servants go! Now, who's in charge here?
Belshazzar is our regent.
Belshazzar's dead. Who's next?
I suppose that would be me.
Bind him.
Be careful with him. Can't you see he's old?
I admire your courage, old woman, but if you speak again, I'll end your life.
General Gobrias, excellent work. That couldn't have gone better. What a glorious haul.
Well, I hope you like it, because it's all yours.
Oh, marvelous.
This man is the senior official in charge, and he was just about to lead me to the treasury.
Don't help them, Daniel.
What did I tell you, old woman?
Wait, what? Hold on, Gobrias. What did she call you?
She called me by my name, Daniel.
It can't be. You're Daniel? The Daniel? I remember you. You came to my city when I was just a boy. You stayed as a guest of my grandfather, King Saxares. You were gathering specimens for the Hanging Gardens.
Of course. I remember you as well. Seems I tutored you in mathematics a time or two.
Oh, yeah, not my favorite subject, but you made it fun.
And I hope I served you well.
Indeed you did. Untie this man. I can't believe you're still alive.
Sometimes I can't believe it either.
I can't believe any of this. You know each other?
Come, Daniel. I need your help integrating this city into the Persian Empire. Please.
I don't see how I could say no.
Excellent!
What do you want done with the rest of them?
Throw them out! No need for them if we have Daniel.
You heard him! Get him out of here! And confiscate everything that has value!
Daniel! I lost everything that day. They took my home and threw me on the street with only the clothes on my back. I begged them for mercy on an old woman, but they showed me none. I was simply left to the elements. For 2 nights I survived. But I'm quite certain I would not have survived the 3rd. I had no reason to survive.
But yet you did survive. How?
Daniel found me.
She refuses to eat. Perhaps you can help.
Hey, the nurse brought some soup. Smells delicious. It's good to see you up and about. That's a step in the right direction. I managed to secure for you a job in the palace. When you're better, of course. It's not much, but it'll give you money. You'll probably be running the place within a week.
Why have you done this to me?
What have I done?
You saved my life. Why didn't you just let me die?
You're far too special for that.
Special? I used to be. I used to be important, powerful. Now I'm nothing. I don't even know who I am anymore.
Then perhaps it's time you found out.
Oh, and I suppose you know who I am?
Yes, I do. You are a child of God.
How dare you speak to me about God? Even if there is such a God, and I'm not saying there is, but if there is, he must hate me.
No, he doesn't.
Then I hate him. He gives you visions and access to the dreams of men. He's walked through fire with your friends, but to me, he gives nothing. And why should he? I've spent my life arguing that he doesn't exist. So if he does, then I'm getting what I deserve.
Iltani.
No, don't say anything to me. Just go.
All that he has done for me, he will gladly do for you. Just believe in him, and he will give you the one thing you've searched for your whole life. The truth. He loves you, and he'll never stop loving you.
Enough. Just leave. And don't come back.
But Iltani,
Go!
All right. I'll go. But on one condition. That you eat that soup over there.
Fine.
Promise me.
I promise. When my world crumbles beneath me and I'm lost with no one around, can there be more to this story? Is there a way for hope to be found? When danger fills the air around me, each breath feels like it might be my last. Does anyone even notice my situation? Or am I already lost to the past? Are there things I cannot see? Reasons I don't understand? An invisible God who cares for me? Is my demise really his plan? If there is something out there beyond the darkness, someone who sees the aching of my heart, if there's a God who lives and knows my name, can he rebuild a life that's fallen apart? Logic is thrown out the window when reality leaves me here. All I can see is right before me. I don't feel any God near. Everything seems overwhelming. I'm in a place I did not choose. And I keep thinking this is such a waste of time. Then again, what do I have to lose? Are there things I cannot see? Reasons I don't understand? An invisible God who cares for me? Is my demise really his plan? If there is something out there beyond the darkness, someone who sees the aching of my heart, if there's a God who lives and knows my name, can he rebuild a life that's fallen apart?